A line in our national flag says, I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. Let me just give you a brief history about the Ghana town in Gambia.
Why always Igbos? Ghana is a very peaceful country. You decided to go to Ghana and start creating problems. Why? You went to Ghana. Instead of assimilating with the culture, instead of integrating, you decided to create your own kingdom. If you love your kingdom so much, why don't you stay in Nigeria?
Exactly. Ghanaians are indeed a very peaceful people. Shocking to know that there's a Ghana town in the Gambia. Ghanaians have been living there over 74 years now. They have never come up to say that they want to create any kingdom over there. They have been living peacefully with the Gambians. Let's take a look at the video. Please do not forget to like the video and comment your thoughts below.
A line in our national flag says, I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. And that's what Ghanaians are doing. Let me just give you a brief history about the Ghana town in Gambia. Not the Ghana kingdom, the Ghana town in Gambia. So in 1958, a group of fishermen from the central region decided to leave Ghana for greener pastures. They were heading towards Freetown, Sierra Leone, but unfortunately, they ended up at Senegal. So they decided to settle at Senegal. They were doing their small fishing, but they saw that the business was not booming in Senegal. So they decided to continue with their expedition, and then they went to Gambia. So when they went to Gambia, they saw that the Gambia waters was very good. There was a lot of fishes in the Gambia waters. So they decided to settle there in a town called Brufut. So whilst they were settling that, they went to the chiefs of Brufut and say, this is who we are, this is what we do, and this is where we want to stay. The chief of Brufut said, no problem. As long as you not cause any trouble, then you can stay. So they were staying in the town of Brufut, but from the township of Brufut to where the sea is a bit far, because they were walking, and before they would get to where the sea is, they get tired. So the elders of the fishermen, the Ghanaian ones, they went to the chief of Brufut and they said, Chief, from where we are to where the sea is, to the coastal line, is very far. So please give us a land so we can be closer to the sea. The chief said, no problem. Since you came, you didn't cause any trouble, you were respectful, so we will give you a land at the coastal area. Note, they didn't buy, they gave it to them. So they went to the coastal line, then the chief of Brufut gave them a township over there, and he called it the Kariba Town. Kariba Town in the 1950s. They gave it the name Kariba Town when the chief of Brufut gave it to the Ghanaian fishermen to settle there and do their fishing. So the Ghanaians settled in a new land that the chief of Brufut gave them, minding their own business, not interfering, they were doing their thing. Until 1980, when there was a coup in the Gambia. So after the 1980 coup, they decided to change the name from Kariba Town to Ghana Town because it was, Ghanaians that were there. And the chief of Brufut said, no problem, you can change it to Ghana Town. So from the 1950s till now, 75 years till now, the Ghanaians have been living in Ghana town peacefully, minding their own business, not interfering in anybody's political affair. They are there. You understand? And from 1950s till now, none of them even brought up the idea of changing it into a kingdom or building a wall around it with one way in, one way out. No, they were there. It's an open community. Everybody can come and everybody can go. Even though they have been marginalized, they've respected themselves. Now, let's summarize this. There is no documentation anywhere that they sold the land to the Ghanaians. Secondly, since they've been living there, they just have some leaders to help settle conflict between them. Nobody came out with the idea that let's be the Ghana kingdom in the Gambia. They were there, minding their business, respecting themselves. You'll not even hear that the Ghanaian in the Gambia have done this or have done that. They've largely respected themselves. That's why they coexisted with the people of Gambia so well. So it's a township, not a kingdom. It's a township without a king, but with just somebody, the oldest, leading them. That's how you live in somebody's country. You respect the people. But some people that know anywhere they go, they want everybody to know that they are around. So that's it. The Ghana town in Gambia is a town, it's a community of only Ghanaians that have been there for the past 75 years. They've not pushed to form a kingdom. They've not pushed to say they're going to build this. They've not pushed. No. They've largely conducted and respected themselves.
In the country, they have always called home. In an interview with this medium, Emmanuel Ako, popularly known as Mas, compared life under both regimes.
Yeah, Gambia is, as I said before, we are all acquired, we are all given citizenship. Even the immigration officers, we don't even go to their office for the papers. They came to this community. 2006, they came here. They issue every Ghanaian citizen an ID card. 2010, they came to this community. They issue us ID card. And 2019, that's when we went to Banjo at immigration headquarters. We don't have our ID card. Since then, anytime we go, our ID card is pending. So your Gambia's time, we are free to, go for your ID card or to renew your documents anytime, any day you want. But now it's a problem.
Another community member, Paul Techi, who was born and raised in Brufut and completed his entire education from nursery to tertiary level, shared the challenges he faced when he tried to pursue a career in the military.
Well, social issue like, let's say, for job-wise, there is a big challenge here. Or the only job that a native of Ghana town can acquire is teaching in the Gambia. With regards to maybe police, immigration, the army, we've been denied. So many of us have been denied access to get all this job in the Gambia. Apart from teaching, that's the only means when you go to school and complete, the only way for you to survive with your little education that you gain in the Gambia is teaching. That's what I've seen here in the Gambia. With regards to my people in Ghana town, yeah.
Igbo King in Ghana. Our chiefs lied to us, part 2. So, aside the fact that they really bought the land, and the the Ningo chief came to tell us that it's a lie, which is actually true. Aside that, the Gamanche came out to tell us that he does not know this man anywhere. Who is this? Is that not the Gamanche and this said man? Secondly, this picture up here is the initiation of this said. Secondly, this picture up here was when this said king was being initiated. I mean, the rituals. I'm stitching 2 pictures here. The ritual process. Anybody who has been to the Gamanche residence before, you would know that this is, anybody who has been to the Ghana Traditional Council before, you will know this. I mean, the Ghans who frequent the place, you will know this place. The next document I'm stitching is actually a letter, and it reads, look at the top, I'm reading from the top, and then there's a coat of arms in the middle. Ministry of Chieftaincy and Culture, Ghana Traditional Council, PO Box 42, Accra, October 31st, 2013. Okay. And then when we go down, you hear, you see Mr. Geoffrey N. Nokuwogu, whatever, I can't mention their names. Then we'll go down to the heading of the letter, which reads, Recognition of Eze Chukudi Jude Ihenetu. On behalf of the Ghana Traditional Council, I wish to state that Eze Ohazume the first, Eze Ndi Igbo, is the only acknowledged Eze Igbo of Ghana. This is a letter from the Traditional Council. Okay. So the last document I'm going to stitch to this video is this very one right here. And it's actually a certificate of recognition. And it reads, this is it. And I'm stitching it up here as well. So it says Ghana Traditional Council Certificate of Recognition. This is to certify that Eze Chukudi Jude Ihenetu has been recognized as Eze Ohazurume Eze Ndi Igbo the first, Ghana, on the 9th day of October 2013. So why is the Gamanche now telling us that he does not know this man? He has no form of association with this man. The chiefs that we hold in high esteem, that we respect so much, are not being truthful to us. But Ghanaians, as we are, will take our actions.
Why always Igbos? Why always Igbos? Igbos, why? Why do you always create problems? I used to have a soft spot for Igbos, but it's as if what the other Nigerians are saying is true. You people are problematic. Why? Why always you? Ghana is a very peaceful country. You decided to go to Ghana and start creating problems. Why? You went to Ghana. Instead of assimilating with the culture, instead of integrating, you decided to create your own kingdom. If you love your kingdom so much, why don't you stay in Nigeria? Why don't you stay in that kingdom? Why do you do this? You are going to do this when Ghanaians react and then people will go like, Ghanaians are against Nigerians. Why do you want to destroy the cohesion and coherent, peaceful nature between Ghanaians and Nigerians? Why? Why do you do this? Why do you want to forcefully create a kingdom in somebody's country? Fine, there are chiefs in every country. Every country that has foreigners has chiefs. It's normal. But you don't create a kingdom. In fact, at the first place, you should be integrating, not seeking to create your own culture again. In fact, in Ghana, there has been a president already. If you don't know the history, go and check the history of Boko. What happened? It is this same hospitality that brought about the issue of Boko. Till date, it hasn't been settled. The foreigners who came are now claiming that they are the indigenous people and they are dragging the place with the indigenous people. Why do you want to create these problems?
A very big problem to all Nigerians living in Ghana, because we never expected all these things to happen. I just pray that there should be peace between Ghanaians and Nigerians. This protest that will be coming up on the 19th of this month in Kumasi, I just hope that it should not be so bad. They should be able to resolve this issue because it's getting out of hand. I don't know why everything about Nigerians have to be different. Look at the way the Ghanaians living in Gambia for over 74 years. They have not gone there to cause any problem. They have not said they want to have their own kingdom. They have been living peacefully with the Gambians. But why is it that Nigerians always be different? You came to Ghana by the grace of God, the land that bless you. You have lived 30 years in the land. Why do you want to create your own kingdom? If every foreigner come to Ghana want to create kingdom, what will be left for Ghanaians? But at the same time, I just hope for peace between the two nations. I hope for peace. That's all I've been praying for. I just pray that Ghanaians should find a place to forgive and let peace reign between the two countries. But at the same time, I would also love to see your comments on the comment section of what you also think of the video. And please, at this point, if you have not liked the video, do more by liking the video. And don't forget to share with a friend who would like to watch this video with you. And please, if this is the first time you're coming across this channel, my name is Natural African Girl. Please do not make it your last by subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to the channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.